Hi guys, this is a redirect to my reaction to episodes 465, 466 and 467 of One Piece more lit episodes. So Luffy just joined the fight and they arrived in the battlefield in style, in the most shook way, in the most shocking way. They were flying from the sky, they were falling from the sky, and everyone, they just like stopped what they were doing. All of the Marines and everyone there, they would just stop what they were doing and just like watching them fall from the sky. Luffy's alliance falling from the sky. So that was just an epic moment. So firstly we saw poor Little Oars Junior dying because, well, firstly firstly, the Marines were like firing cannons at him, then Doflamingo cut his leg off, and then Moria did the finishing move of stabbing him with his shadow. Fuck that guy. So Oars is dead, and I guess that riled up the Whitebeard Pirates even more to fight the Marines and then get to Ace to rescue him. And and then also Garp, he was coming up the stairs to sit next to Ace, and Sengoku was like, if you try anything, I will stop you no matter what. And Garp was like, no, I'm just gonna sit here and cry. And I just felt so sorry for Garp. Like, he raised Ace and Luffy, and even though they're pirates, and he tried to make sure that they didn't become pirates, but they did. He really wanted them to become Marines, but they didn't. So he's in a really difficult position where he really can't do anything, otherwise they're gonna go against him. I wish he would just fight back against the Marines, but I guess he just really cares about his position so much, and so he's just gonna have to watch Ace get executed. And it's really sad as well because Luffy, so when we saw Luffy's alliance falling from the sky, we saw a flashback of the sea quake moving Luffy's ship, the ship that Jinbei was operating, the warship, and how the sea quake was like forming these tsunamis, and then they had to go up the tsunami to go above it. And then there was this whole then it was, all of it was just frozen, and that was Aokiji. Aokiji is like the only one known who has the power to freeze things. And then during that time they broke the ice and they were able to go they were able to fall into the middle of the battlefield. So that's what happened. And then after that, so we saw that flashback, and then after that we see Luffy trying to find Ace, and then he was able to find him, and then he shouted his name out, and then Ace shouted his name out, and I was just like, dude, just get on with it, try to save him somehow. And then so he joined the fight, and then like so many Marines with swords were coming at Luffy, and Luffy, like, he was able to like beat them up, but like he was still getting cut by their swords. So even the like fodder Marines were like a little bit of a nuisance for Luffy. But he went past them eventually, and Hina, the woman that talks in third person, she was trying to stop him by binding him, but the binding with her bars and stuff, like trying to lock him up in a cage, didn't work. He's just way too fast, so he was able to use his speed to his advantage, get past her, and then he was able to I believe it was a giant, he was able to defeat a giant. And Whitebeard was able to defeat a giant as well. Like, it wasn't even like a struggle for Whitebeard. Like, he doesn't have to be worried about anyone coming at him because he just knows if someone's coming at him. And so when Luffy arrived in the battlefield, Crocodile tried to kill Whitebeard. he failed because Luffy got in between them. He was like, no, you're not going to kill Whitebeard. Ace deeply respects this man, so I'm not going to let you fight him. I'm not going to let you kill him. Despite the agreement between Crocodile and Luffy. So obviously Crocodile has not changed his ways. He is still an evil man, and that does make a lot of sense. Like, you can't just like all of a sudden switch to becoming an extremely moral person. It doesn't always work like that. Some people redeem themselves, like Buggy, Mr. Free, Mr. Two, but not Crocodile. This guy's evil, and he really wants to be Pirate King, which is why he wants to kill Whitebeard, who is the strongest person out there. So yeah, and Whitebeard and Luffy, they had a talk, and Whitebeard was like, you don't even stand a chance against these guys. And Luffy was like, shut up, I need to save my brother. He's got guts. Gee, like, Whitebeard, like, he's not the Pirate King, but he's like the strongest, like, he's at the top rank of pirates. So to talk to him like that, it takes a lot of guts, but that's Luffy for you. He's got a lot of bravery. He's got a lot of heart. He's so courageous, impulsive, and extremely reckless. He's a lot more reckless than Naruto even. Like, Naruto, like, he was reckless, but like, Luffy's just a whole other level of reckless, I think. But, you know, he has his reasons though. He really wants to save his brother, and he'll do anything to rescue Ace. So Whitebeard, they eventually came to an agreement, because they do have the same motive. So obviously Whitebeard is going to be okay with it, but he was watching Luffy. He knew he would not stand a chance, and he was correct. So he was telling Marco to like help him out after Luffy went into Gear Third mode, and correctly did that, because in Gear Third mode he's gonna instantly become a chibi. So, you know, he's good, you know. I mean, obviously Whitebeard does not know that, but like, he needed help because he was just getting outnumbered by these marines. So yeah, it was a good decision to make Marco help out Luffy in the next few episodes, I guess. So yeah, Luffy joined the battle in style by falling into it. Oh man, Garp's expression though, Garp's facial expression when Luffy was falling from the sky, absolute priceless. Yeah, everyone was just shook. And Jinbei is just a badass. So Moria, he unleashed his zombies to attack Luffy as well. So Jinbei, because Jinbei is like, he can control the water, he can control the sea because he's a fisherman. He can just put sea salt in them, so it's fine really. He can just put salt water in them to extract the shadows out of them, to deactivate the zombies basically. So that's good. It's really, really useful having Jinbei around, considering that devil fruit users can get drowned instantly if they get touched by water, but water is actually his strength rather than his weakness. So it's a really good thing having a fisherman around. I think it would be more interesting if Hachi was around. Like, he could be like Jinbei's, I don't know, like Jinbei's helper or something. But Jinbei is doing really good. Like, I love Jinbei. Yeah, I really want to see more from Marco. He seems, oh man, I just love his devil fruit power, and I want to know more about Marco. But yeah, that's all I have to say. What you think of these episodes, let me know, and stay tuned for more.